Welcome to the Creative Business TV show where we help you make a success of your creative business. I'm your host Kylie Carlson, and this is a little segment we like to call Ask Kylie. And today's question comes from Monica in Glasgow. And she says, "Hi Kylie, my question is a pretty simple one. How do I launch a business on a limited budget?" Okay, Monica, the question itself is simple enough, but the answer, not so much. It's difficult to answer this completely given that I don't know what sort of business you're trying to start. Do you need premises? Is stock something you need to be allowing for? Are you manufacturing or are you retailing? Or perhaps you're running some kind of consultancy or home-based business. I don't know. All of these questions really do have a bearing on the type of finance you will need to kickstart your new business. So starting a business with no money is not as impossible as it seems, I promise. I did it and never looked back. I worked out of my bedroom until I could afford premises of my own. And yeah, I worked harder than I've ever worked before in my life, but it was absolutely worth it. I've now got a global company that operates in 4 different continents, and I really do love what I do. And if you're excited to get your business started, here are some strategies that I've used. And the first one is one I love. Fake it till you make it. I started my business with the savings from working 2 jobs, and I tried to keep costs as low as possible. I built my own website. I met clients out and about so that they would never know I was building a business from my bedroom. Next, create the illusion. If you can't afford to hire a team, which, let's face it, none of us can when we're just starting out, you've got to get creative. When I first started my business, I had imaginary accounts people, imaginary receptionists, and all of them had names, and it allowed me to create that illusion that I was bigger than what I was. And it also allowed me to get out of talking to people chasing me for money when I didn't want to talk to them. Next up is be your own bank manager. How much money do you have coming in and out right now? Do you pay for subscriptions you don't use? Come on, admit it. We're all guilty of spending too much money on things we don't need or even realizing we're spending it on. Gym memberships, ring any bells? So you need to kind of sit yourself down at a desk and go over your statements. It doesn't matter how painful it is, it will be painful. But the first step is to be realistic. What do you not need right now? So cancel those subscriptions you don't use, or use a daily budget app and keep extra money in your bank account. The biggest pitfall is the fact that if you have money, you'll spend it. It's a mindset we're all guilty of. So you've got to snap out of that mindset and really be strict with yourself over that. Then you need to become a perfectionist. One of the things I learned over the years is that even if you're saving money, things still need to look professional and cool. The one thing I think I would change from the beginning is how my business looked online. Every single element of your business, it has to be planned out. You need a strategy for everything, including how you're going to keep your costs as low as possible. If you need to borrow, do it sensibly. Now, sometimes, it's unavoidable. You've got to borrow money to fund your business, but not to buy new shoes. So an emergency credit card is fine, but one thing successful people will always agree on: don't borrow unless it's absolutely necessary. Starting a business means sacrifice, which in turn means no more designer shoes until your business can support that. So there you have it, Monica. Some of my top tips to help you launch successfully on a limited budget. And as always, I would love to hear your tips, tricks, and advice. So tell me your stories on how you launched. Did you have a budget? Or were you launching on borrowing, begging and stealing from everywhere you could think of? Share your experiences below so we can all learn from each other in this wonderful world of creative entrepreneurs. And that's all I have time for today. I hope you enjoyed this edition of Ask Kylie, and you'll join us next week when I answer more of your creative business questions. And don't forget to show us some love. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment below. And if you want to be more connected, come to kyliecarlson.co and get on the mailing list. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next week.